no.
What?
Dog barking. Ah. Alright. Sweet. We all set?
Yeah.
Alright, we get to listen to some hacking in the background. This is the hacking edition. Alright, everyone. Welcome to episode 12 of the Tragikast, where we talk about mostly nerdy things in video games. I am your host, Seraph. I am co-host by Kevin. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
So, how was your week? What, anything that I'm not aware of or wasn't a part of?
No. I'm pretty sure everything we did this week we pretty much did together.
Yep. And I jammed a little bit of Yakuza 4, but yeah, we definitely did some Storybook Brawl group games on Friday. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And then starting on Grand Theft Auto Online. I still have no idea what I'm doing, but I just trust you and Ryan. And I just do whatever.
Well, are you at least enjoying it?
I am. I'm having fun, and I think that's the. Honestly, though, I'll be transparent with you. We could be playing checkers. I'd probably still be having fun, just because of how we are, like especially the three of us. But yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, I do think this game leads itself more to more hilarious moments.
Sure, than checkers would. I agree.
Yeah, like robbing the bank and
What's
all of us getting killed.
Game on Steam.
Yeah, Brittany's like, get that Uno game on Steam.
Uno is a game that destroys friendships.
Cargos, Uno is a game that destroys friendships.
Fair.
Yeah, it's fair. We do have Uno, though, so if we want to do that on a game night, we definitely can.
We should pick up Jackbox.
Yeah, Jackbox for one of the Friday game nights, now that she's mentioned that, is probably a good one for like a Friday game thing that we can do. But yeah, we've been having... I'm surprised at how much I've been enjoying Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. And I think once we learn what we're doing, because it's still new to me and you entirely, and Ryan hasn't played in months, so
Yep.
a lot of stuff's still new to him. So as soon as we figure out what we're doing...
Like, I still haven't even played tennis yet.
Yeah.
You laugh, but I want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's golf in there.
Yep.
All that stuff. I'm trying to save up money now to buy my casino apartment.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's a penthouse in the casino that you can buy. The fully tricked out one's like 6.5 million.
Yeah, it was funny that you mentioned that. Is one of the things I was going to do is I'm not really going to research like what to do or whatever, right? I'm just going to have fun with everybody else. But I was wondering, it's like, what could I spend my money on that I care about? Because like I'm not a car person. Like I'd get motorcycles, right? Check them out. But then like I wouldn't know what else to do. Apparently, casino penthouse suite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my goal now, and I have my car that I bought that you stole from me last night.
Yeah, that was fun.
That I'm gradually, like, souping it up as we go. I mean, it's not an expensive car, but, I mean, I liked it, so that's what I'm sinking my money into.
Yeah, no, and I feel like there's probably a whole bunch of different things you could sink your money into in that game, so...
Yeah, and I mean, there are businesses all over the city you can buy, so if you really wanted to launch a business empire,
yeah,
you've got plenty of money to sink there.
Yeah, I'll buy an arcade and some, like, nightclubs or something. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I'm sinking my money into the business that we were working on, the stealing car business and reselling them.
Yeah, man, that was fun. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't do I had a little free time today, so I stole some more cars. I did see somewhere that there are 10 standard cars and 10 mid-range cars, and if you steal all 10 of those and keep them in your warehouse and don't sell them, the only contracts you'll get are high-end cars.
Yeah, I remember reading that through in a guide when I was trying to learn.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what that meant, and now that we've done it, I go, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was just doing today, was stealing cars, and I think I've got like 4 of each now, so I still don't have the 10, but
I mean, that might give us a goal for tonight.
yeah. And I did notice that the sale, to be able to sell the cars, is on a like a 10-minute timer, so it works to just go steal enough cars for your group and then sell them all at one time and then go back and steal more.
Yeah, definitely worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something else to look at later. I don't think we have to go into our criminal enterprise on the podcast.
Yeah, that will be a separate criminal enterprise podcast. All right, well, let's go through the agenda. We're going to go through this week, whatever's coming out. We'll go through a game that I've highlighted that I'm interested in, and some Storybook Brawl patches, and then we'll end it with a little bit of D&D talk. All right, so let's do new releases. We have Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, PlayStation and PC. Shelter 2, just PC. World War Z Aftermath, looks like everything. Pokemon Unite for mobile. Diablo 2 for PC. Ember for everything. Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries for PlayStation. Sable for Xbox and PC. Death Stranding just for PS5, Director's Cut. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it looks like their ports coming to Switch. And Lost Judgment, which looks like everything. No PC, which makes sense with that studio. So, was there anything in here that you even caught your interest for this week?
No, I can't say there is.
Yeah. Like Diablo 2 Resurrected, regardless of where you stand on Blizzard, like, I played that game in the 90s, homie.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, I like the Diablo series, but I want to go to Diablo 4, not back to Diablo 2.
And I will say, Diablo 2 was better than Diablo 3. It still doesn't mean that I want to go back to Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I do want to mention, though, Lost Judgment, which, according to Game Informer, how much credit you give that. They gave Lost Judgment 7.25. This is the same studio. I'm going to Ryuga Gotoku? I'm Ryuga Gotoku Studios. And I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly, and I apologize. But it's the same one that does the Yakuza series. And they also have a spin-off called Judgment, and where instead of following Yakuza, you follow a detective, and that's supposed to be a sequel to that. I am 4 games away from even this, so I probably won't pick it up brand new, but I eventually will pick it up. And that's the only thing I've seen this week that I personally would want to highlight. And I'll let you know what I think about it.
In 2 years?
Yeah, probably 3, being generous, maybe 3. I love having a backlog, though. It means by the time I'm ready to go to those games, they're like $10.
Yeah.
Or I got them free on PS Now. Or not now, but PlayStation Plus. So yeah, let's move. There's 2 announcements since the last podcast. One was we understand now how the October qualifier amount's going to work, and a little bit of an idea of how the structure of the tournaments are going to work. So for the October qualifier, they're saying, hey, as long as we're adding a new rank, which we'll talk about in the next patch, and with that new rank, if you make over 4K rating, you'll be in the tournament. Good, clean cut, makes it a lot easier than me trying to play on a Smurf and do stuff like that.
Yeah, I do think the smurfing or camping, if you will, is probably the reason they made this change.
Yep.
Because I know I saw posts where people were literally stopped playing for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just so they could make the last tournament, or I guess it's the upcoming tournament, but
yeah. I mean, I didn't stop playing, but I definitely created an alt.
Yeah. Well, some people are very anti-alts, so they just didn't play at all, which is not what you want to see as a developer of a new game.
Yeah.
You never want to cause your player base to stop playing.
Oh, yep. But I would question that. I think that if you plan on being competitive, I feel like that's a poor decision, even if you don't believe in alts. Because how are you going to... You can't do something... Yeah, I understand this is a game with a lot of variance. But you can't do something, not do it for 2 weeks, and just be like, alright, I'm going to be at the top of my game.
Yeah, but you're also looking at the fact that that cutoff was over 3 weeks ago, and the tournament hasn't even occurred yet. So,
Sure.
they've had 3 weeks since then.
Yeah. No, that's a good counterpoint. Is yeah, sure, they didn't pay for 2 weeks, but they also 2 weeks when they weren't playing, it's a entirely different meta now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do think this is a better decision, just a straight up. As
Yep.
soon as you make 4K, you're locked into the tournament, so you can keep playing. You don't have to force ults. You don't have to force camping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at a far larger tournament base, but I mean, they did just put in group play, so it should be far easier.
Yep, and that's also an awesome part of the next patch. But and the really cool thing is, it looks like there's going to be a tier tournament for seasonal. So this October one will qualify you for a bigger fall tournament with a bigger prize pool, which I think is awesome. Also, you have to be 4K, obviously, for this month, and I am still at 3,800. So one of the things I want to make sure I do is, well, it would be nice to just qualify right this weekend for this upcoming tournament. But I'm sure, we talked about this last time, or 2 weeks ago, about having realistic expectations. So the only thing I'm going to try to do is hit the 4K, so I can at least try again next month.
Yeah.
But man, I've been struggling for the past 3 days now. I've been at 3,800, and I'll win, lose, and I just stay here at 3,800. So
Yeah, well, maybe the ranking change will help with that.
3,861 now. Sorry, forgot that I just took a screenshot of that awesome game, but didn't actually see what the new one is. So I'm 140 away. And yeah, so let's go through the patches where we kind of mentioned some of the really cool stuff from before. We won't do this top part because it was funny. But yeah, group lobbies. So now you can create and join a private group with friends. The group leader simply needs to name their group and then share that name with their friends. Group lobbies are unranked and will fill with bots if you have less than 8 players. Stats rewards will be the same as in practice. Please note that this is a feature we're working to improve on. In addition to improve visuals, we're working with supporting options to fill the game with bots or not, and turning on timers or not. Oh wow, turning on timers or not would actually be big, because what I find that I enjoy a lot, and we've got to do this a little bit earlier to help beta it, is that we've had people that tried to play the game, like Zach, and like they're just, I don't know what's going on, I don't really care, I'm not really that invested, and then they just stopped, right? But then when we put them in a group lobby, they're like, oh wow, I'm clicking, I'm getting it, this is actually fun. And I feel like that will be something that this game's doing that not other games are doing.
Yeah, I also think the timer is huge, because it is, it would make newer players, make it easier for them to jump in and play with other people, because, I mean, I don't know how many times on Friday night when we played in a group that we heard, oh crap, like,
Yeah.
I didn't get it in.
Oh no, I didn't get my positioning, and then, or like, and then you see, what was it, Apple Tree in like fourth slot or first slot, and you're like, oh man, that can't be right.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it really helps with that. It also helps on the other end of the spectrum, because we played another lobby where we were down to the finals and me and Brittany both knighted.
Yeah, we're over here waiting 50 seconds.
So I had to wait almost 2 minutes for a turn.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think the hitting the brawl button like in practice will, if you have newer people that need that time, great. I mean, that, me and you and Brittany too, we can look at a shop, especially in early game, and be like, all right, I'm going to take 5 seconds. I've already made my decision. I've had this choice countless of times. It's almost like muscle memory.
Yeah, especially if you lock the shop
Yes.
from the previous turn.
Then you already know exactly what you were going to do. So,
Yeah. And this also may knock out that weird case where we had where I was still in another battle, but when the next one started.
yeah. That was funny. And
I
then you
lost like
your
40
shop.
gold.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely awesome. The other big announcement is that they have new ranks now. Everything pretty much. We won't go through everything on it, but it stays the same. They did some 1500 breakers though that I like for people that are climbing. Having just did my alt, this breaker right here is a godsend. 2,000 to 24.99.
Yeah, that one I saw first, and I was like, this one was really needed. I didn't much think the Knight to Royal or whatever it was incredibly needed.
Yeah. Yeah,
to add
this
the noble
one,
in there.
I agree. Like, I think a K is... I think they just wanted to make it so 500...
Yeah, I mean, I
was a
understand the
benchmark.
reasoning for it.
But yeah, you're right. Like, anybody, like, we have a friend right now that's stuck, it looks like, in that kind of Knight rank. It doesn't really matter if he's 1700 or 1300. Like, that gameplay is going to be the same.
Yeah, because once it starts to click there,
yes,
you're going to move through both of those ranks really fast.
Yep, you'll be stuck here in hell. But yeah, this is going to help a lot.
Agreed. Because that one, you're getting
legend
players, and they would knock you down. So having that extra guaranteed can't fall below this point is good there.
Oh, and it looks like Royal will still get plus 100 for first. So, and then this new Monarch gets the 75 version, which is interesting. It doesn't really matter. I don't think too much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't like, personally, I don't think they should drop it down to 75. It should just stay 100 up till Legend.
Yeah,
because in Legend, you can get over 75. I've had 120 for a win before.
Yep. Yeah, if you're in a lobby with, like, you know, Icarus and Shui, and you manage to pull out a win, you're clearing 100.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of dumb, at least right now where the game's at, to lock that at 75, because the majority of the time is you're going to be playing people in Legend anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you were to win that lobby, if Elo was a thing at that ranking, you were going to get more than 75.
Yeah, it's actually short changes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. That's something to take into consideration. And then nothing really changes in our current rank of Legend. We have some floors.
This is nice. No longer able to lose points in 4th.
Yeah. Man, I was losing points in 3rd.
Yeah, I have had a couple games where I lost 3rd. So, this is really great.
Yes, and then they'll treat 4,000 like what they're treating this current Legend, which is great, because at 4,000 I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
also, something interesting is we talked about this on a previous podcast where the average ranking was going up by 25 per day.
Yep.
Because of the daily win, and now they're taking that out of Mythic.
Yeah.
So, we talked about that. So I'm assuming someone in their in-house discovered that as well.
Yes. Well, yeah, especially it was funny seeing as when I was sweating out the top 300, watching the daily rank go up by 25. It was just almost, it was a couple points, sometimes minus, most of the time plus, right? But it was still around 25, where it's like, okay, so literally it's these 25 points that are moving the top 300.
Yeah. So, someone in-house must have also come to that conclusion. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is why they probably did it.
Yeah, which is awesome. This is pretty exciting. It sucks that I made an alt now pretty much for no reason, because I don't foresee me ever needing to go back to it.
Yeah, unless they do decide to go to some
top 1500
really exclusive tournaments where, like, top 100 or something like that.
Yep. Or they put an incentive for making, because I could see that too. It's like, if you get top 100, you get to buy your free points, right?
Yeah.
then maybe. But other than that,
Yeah. I can see them handing out like gems and stuff like that, but after a while, everyone's gonna have everything unlocked. So I kind of think what you may see is this alternate arts they have may
yeah,
be what they give away for
for
ranking.
tournaments or for rankings, yeah.
Yeah,
It's already a prize in
ladder
the
ranking.
tournament.
Yeah, so like end of season rank wherever you are.
That would
But
be
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
if they plan on doing monthly tournaments and keeping that up for the foreseeable future,
That would,
then
yeah.
you don't really need a ladder ranking. The
True.
tournament itself is your.
True. It'll be interesting. They have a lot of different avenues they can go. And speaking of store, they also are just changing the layout to be more like the collection. So, which will be cool. And have you seen the new art yet?
Yeah, I scrolled through it.
Some of these, I don't even know what the name is.
Yeah.
Like Queen's Grace, I'm just like, I don't know that. Wish Upon a Star. And there's some art where I'm like, this is cool, but I don't know if maybe I'm just lame, but I prefer the original. Like this next one, I prefer the original.
Agreed.
Burning Palm. Like I was like, I don't even know what that is. Merlin's Test. Hi ho. Like it nothing against the art. Like art is tricky. I'll never knock another artist, right? I don't have that skill.
Though.
This one is great. Even the Shrivel one I actually like a lot.
Yeah.
But it was all a dream. The Book of Heroes is really nice. Changing Mysterious Scroll to Genie's Wish. I feel like Mysterious Scroll made more sense. Because generally, when you wish for something, you get to choose what it is. It may not be what you wanted. Maybe the whole monkey's paw scenario, right? But you still, at least, it's not random.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a flavor fail. But the art itself is cool. And then Lucky Coin looks really cool, too. And then in the Hero Select, Fallen Angel and Miri for the people who haven't already bought them, like I am, the schmuck that just buys the new heroes and then so they can try it. They're moving to normal hero pool, so now they will show up in possible 2 for free for other people who have not bought them to try.
I had originally heard that was coming in October, so they did do that a little earlier than I think was expected.
Yeah, which is nice. So yeah, if you haven't played Miri or Fallen Angel yet, they're both fun. Miri used to be much better.
Yeah, I have not played Fallen Angel. I have Miri unlocked, so I have played him. But Fallen Angel, I have not played at all.
Yeah, Fallen Angel it's a unique mindset in most of the games, but it's pretty good. So I do recommend her, especially over Miri right now, sadly. I say that now, but you know what? If I get offered Miri in the tournament, I'll probably still pick her up, or him up. So bug fixes. Looks like Devour animation sped up. Thank God.
Yeah, that I've actually seen situations where that would cause people to basically end their turn early.
Yep. Fix pins, level up animation, playing behind board. Fix crash when user left mouse. High attack, high health numbers show up in a reward screen. Oh, that's nice. Because my last reward screen right here. The numbers get so big where you just kind of like, is this an 8? No, it's a 3. But yep. Fixed earthquake sound effects, adjusted top bar layout, fixed ready button highlight over tooltips. Some cool stuff. Fixed users and being able to log in. Removed unlimited FPS option, probably a good idea. Fixed issues with player names not displaying and added a cutoff if the name is over. I'm sorry. There's a comma.
Yeah.
What was that?
Him.
Are you like crying? Like what?
Sorry about that.
Question.
I think my dog is summoning Satan, or
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Mommy loves you.
Yeah, so now you no longer hear a sound if you can see during hero select and fixed leaderboard ranks not being fetched or displayed. So overall, it's a fun and exciting patch. It's still not live as of when I just played, though. So.
I hadn't seen when they were planning on going live with it, but
Yeah,
normally they go live before they put the patch out.
Yeah, this one just said, hey, this patch is coming soon. And it must be Blizzard trademark soon because, like I said, if it was out, it was in the middle of my game, so definitely could be out now. But yeah, should be interesting. There'll be a tournament recap on the next episode, to probably mostly tears from my side. But yeah, let's move on to Dungeons and Dragons. We had our session 1, and it was as chaotic as I thought it would be. 6 people is a lot.
Yeah, especially 6 people who are are playing brand new characters.
Yes.
Yeah, if you got like 5 people who have played together and then you add a 6th in, it's a little less chaotic when you've got 6 brand new people who are all trying to still flesh their characters out.
Yeah, and still feel things up through, and then DMing that, and then of course, I don't expect everyone to stay together and just do things mindlessly, right? Play your character. But then I always feel bad because I'm like, all right, Group A, Group B, right? Like, Group A's got to go. I'm only one person.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, even though it was, I'm not going to use the word stressful, chaotic, I hope everyone still enjoyed themselves. It was fun to finally see this come to fruition to some degree.
Yeah. It's good to finally play.
Yeah.
I think you're aware I had this character planned for months.
Yeah. And now it's finally taking shape. And the chocolate fiend that is Emika.
Indeed. Should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see where the group goes from here, right? And it's like the whole point, not to go through everything, obviously, in the campaign. If you are interested in watching the campaign, we stream it here on this channel, as well as put it up on YouTube. We stream it on Sundays. Our start time right now is 7 p.m. Eastern. That may change. So yeah, if you like D&D and sit down and watch those sessions, I will give everyone a heads up. I'm the DM and I'm running the stream, so there won't be any feedback. Like, I'm not going to someone say something in chat and I'm going to answer it because I'm already, it's hard enough talking to 6 people. But yeah, you're definitely more than welcome to watch live and during any small breaks, obviously, and stuff like that. We can answer questions or talk, and I'm sure maybe even Kevin will have a chat open if it ever gets to the point where we got enough people actually chatting, right?
Yeah.
Let's get to that point first. But yeah, I'm excited to see just the kind of synopsis is there's this desert town, and there's all these people that are pulled in different directions by different gods, not to give too much of what's going on. Poor Emika was spared away from a different continent to be this quote-unquote champion of a god she's never heard of, and told to kind of, hey, I want you to climb the tower, right? And that's what that's kind of what adventurers do here. So a lot of times people are like, yeah, duh, just climb the tower. And this tower just appeared in this desert city, and no one knows exactly why. But there's a lot of mystery to the tower, and there's resources and fame, so there's reasons to climb it. I've also made this campaign, though, where you don't have to climb the tower. So there's a lot of other hidden things in the background, and you guys are very close to stumbling upon one of them. By chance, right? And that's the great thing about D&D.
Yeah.
And that could lead you into different directions, so we will find out. I know Mika, though, has been and I kind of like this. She's almost the leader, not because I need to take charge, but simply because I'm going to do this thing, and then I go off to do it, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I guess we should follow."
Yeah, I wanted to play her because of her background, being kind of noble descent. She's all my picture is that she was always just go do whatever she wanted, and no one really stopped her because of who she was.
Yep.
And she never really had to answer to anyone. So it's just kind of how I'm playing her, is that I'm gonna do this. It's like, and she doesn't really expect people to follow her, but she doesn't care if they do.
Yep. It's up to them, right? And she, you know, I'm going to the barracks to train, and then that was the key word for you can come with me or you could stay here. I don't really care.
Yeah, she's never gonna ask anybody.
Nope.
And yeah, I also was like, I know some characters that I played, especially with the amount of money that I had, that they would have offered to buy like inns or in rooms for
Everybody
like
else.
Kay or Big Ol' Dune, but that's not something that ever crossed her mind.
No, it's not that she wouldn't, right? If somebody asked, right?
Yeah.
If Kay said, "Hey, I don't think I can afford a room," or "I don't feel safe in that she ended up or he ended up staying in," I'm sure. I mean, it would be like, "Oh, yeah, I'll pay for you."
Yeah.
It's just not a thought that's crossed her mind.
Yeah, and it's never, because that's another thing from where she's from, is people don't ask for handouts kind of like that. So, and you don't really offer them. So it's just not anything that she's ever dealt with.
I like it. And the good thing about the episode 1 that is everything, not that we're used to each other, but all the introductions are kind of out of the way. So now when people are moving, they're moving with more of a sense of purpose, right? And that makes me feel more comfortable, because it's harder when everybody's like, "Oh, I don't know what everyone's gonna do." Like, you're gonna go for lodging, all right, you're gonna go eat, you're gonna do this, and then you're like, shit. But now when you're all together and there's a sense of purpose, it's easier to have somewhat of a plan.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that now that Emmy Code knows she needs money, she's just gonna do whatever
to get money.
It's not even to get money, it's whatever's the quickest, most efficient way to get money.
Yeah.
If that's to climb the tower, then she's going up the tower. If it's to do something else,
it's to mug people.
Yeah, I think she does have a little more of a moral code than to mug people. But
I mean, some of these nobles are really rich.
Yeah.
It's it's gonna be really interesting. And it's funny is, so we have a Furbolg monk, a tiefling sorcerer, a human fighter, quote unquote, an Aasimar paladin, a shifter cleric, and a dragonborn sorcerer, and somehow the human fighter might be the most rare, just because of how this has gone, right? Like, you all stand out from a mile away. One of the things I was, and I'm still rolling for, though, and not to, it doesn't matter, is there is a thieves guild in this, in the city, right? It's too big not to have one.
Right.
They don't fuck with you. Every time I roll, they're like, nah.
Yeah, and just kind of the image of it is great. The fact that you've got this human who's just wandering around, pretty much flanked by all of these strange-looking people, and she doesn't even look quite normal herself, and so just by imagery, it kind of adds an air of importance to her.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, is she like an emissary from, from this far-off land, and these are like her people? And it's like, no. But yeah, it's really cool. I like it. We'll see if everyone stays. Because as you know, stuff happens.
People die.
Yep. Both in life and in game.
Let's try not to go that
that deep
route.
into it. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Session 2 should be interesting. I feel like you probably will end up. Everyone's just gonna look to your character to do something. So I hope you're prepared for that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of my role sometimes in the last campaign. Is like, all right, my character's got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind driving that
Nope.
as the forever DM.
Yep. And I've kind of
Yeah.
feel the same way.
Yeah, and in my other campaign I play in, I'm the passive one that just follows the group around.
Oh, there you go.
Although, right now I'm having to lead because we're in part of my backstory
Oh, that's awesome.
mission, so my character's had to step out of his normal position of just going with the group, and now they're all looking to him to make decisions.
Which is nice though, and that's something that I will try to actually do in my campaign, of course. Right, when people hit different story points, they should be the lead. Like, you know, they should have to make decisions.
Yeah.
We
I
have
will
to get
say
there,
something though.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you noticed this last night, but multiple times people talked in Draconic.
Draconic. Yep.
And Emiko never made it
Yep. Hey, because
apparent that
she speaks Draconic,
she understood
but
them.
she never said
Yeah.
one way or another. Nope, I knew. I actually did a really good job of memorizing what languages everybody knows. So, well, like, when they were speaking Dwarven, I was like, well, I know you don't speak Dwarven.
Yeah.
And I know that Biggledon didn't speak Dwarven, but everybody else could speak Dwarven. Which is cool. But yeah, yep. When they're over there, because Donar, his character says he doesn't really like speaking the common tongue, so we'll speak any other language that he knows besides it. So he decides to speak in Draconic, being a Dragonborn, and Emiko, being from a Dragon Slayer family, knows Draconic, but has not said one word otherwise, which, yes, I have noted.
Yep. I kind of felt like I was gonna play it just because to see if she ever picked up anything.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I do with the Portuguese and Spanish. Like, I sit there and you'll hear conversations going on depending on where you are in the background, and I know, but I don't say anything, right? And most of the time, even if it's directed at me, I don't say anything.
Yeah, because I'd played it more so the fact that she doesn't 100% trust these people.
Oh yeah,
And
I don't think she would or should.
And having that advantage on them,
Yep.
where they think they could talk without her understanding,
Yeah.
I think is just a chess piece. It's basically it's a chess move.
It is, and it's super strategic. I really like it a lot, and there's unifying forces in this group, and there's also some like forces that I'm putting in place to. I don't want to tear the group apart, right? But there's definitely opposing forces, right, that are on this current party, and I don't want to give too much away with who and what and where. But so that's important. What you're doing is actually going to be, when it comes to fruition, when everybody's, because you can't keep the secret forever, right? When everybody's pieces are laid bare, that's going to be an important tool.
Yeah.
It's going to come up. But yeah, I love your character. I think she's great.
Yep.
Yeah, having tons of fun. But yeah, let's wrap this up with what we're doing this week. I'll go first because I'm kind of boring. I've got the tournament this Saturday, so I'm going to be doing a lot of Storybook Brawl. And then with that, I'll probably be playing GTA Online with you, and if I need to wind down, I'll be winding down with Yakuza 4. I also picked up the book 4 of the Drists, 4, 5, and 6 of the Drist series, so I'll be reading that.
All right.
What about you?
For me, I'll be playing mainly GTA Online this week. I will jump back on the Storybook Brawl once this patch goes live to see if I can climb to 4,000 with the new rankings.
Might as well.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't have much else.
Yep, and then again, D&D is on Sunday, so anybody's welcome to come check it out. We'd love to have you there just to hang out and tailor that experience, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I hope everyone has a good week, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.